Which pawn do you push? White is winning here, but you must find the best moves, and at first glance, the pawn that looks best to push is probably going to be the H-pawn, because it is the only one where the promotion square is not being controlled by black. However, the big issue is that black can immediately use their king to then control it and stop your G-pawn at the same time, at which point, this is just not going very well. You can try pushing your E-pawn maybe, try and promote, but black can then use their rook to stop it. You simply cannot make any more progress. Black is going to first capture e-pawn, then they'll start capturing all the rest, and this is a completely losing position. So pushing the h-pawn here does not work, but what about pushing the g-pawn? It looks a bit better because you do attack black's king, but after they slide over, it seems much the same story here. They're now stopping your pawns from pushing. You can try pushing your e-pawn here, and you do have one trick, that being after rook to e3 to stop you. If you play king g6 here and black is not careful, they can take your free pawn, which would actually give you a checkmate after pawn to h7 here, but if black is smart and they see that, they'll instead play this check first, forcing your king backwards, at which point now they capture, and we have much the same story. Black is going to start capturing all of your pawns, and you are completely losing here. So that only leaves one option, that being pawn up to e7 check, which at first glance doesn't look so good because it is just a free pawn, but the key here is after black captures, now we have lured their king away from our two pawns, and black cannot use just the rook to stop us because we can push our h-pawn. Black must slide the rook over, and now we push our g-pawn, and very simply, black cannot stop both of your pawns. They can capture one, but they cannot stop the other, at which point you have a queen versus a rook in two pawns, which, to be fair, isn't the easiest endgame to convert, but you are winning here.